Another day, another armored case for the S25 Ultra, so let's check it out. What's up guys, welcome back to Michael's Tech Talk. So, Benks are in the house. We have the Armor Air, we have the Armor Pro, and they look awesome. So, without further ado, let's get these checked out. So, big shout out to Benks for sending these over for review. They have sent me across the Armor Air in the Aurora color, which I particularly do like. They've sent me across the 600D Armor Pro and the Montage Armor Pro. Very nice. That's the Armor Air. And the Armor Pro. And you know what? I haven't even got this on the phone yet. And already I'm looking at it and going, that's very, very nice. That is very nice. Damn. Oh, and this one's even better. Oh, that is nice. Right, so here we go. So we have the Armor Air and we have the Armor Pro. So I will just quickly weigh these cases. So the Armor Air is weighing in at 24 grams, which is to be expected. It's the ultra slim, ultra thin, minimal case. That is what that should be weighing in at. And then this is the Armor Pro. So this is the full bumper protection case. So we'll just pop that on. So it's 34 grams. So there's 10 grams of a difference there. And just for completeness, we'll do the Montage as well. 34 grams. Yep. Bingo. Consistent. That's what we want to see. We'll start with the Armor Air then. So we'll pop this S25 Ultra dummy. So I'm using this official dummy phone that was sent to me from my contact at Samsung. So thank you very much for that. Perfection. And this is what the S25 Ultra looks like in this case. It is a woven Kevlar armored case. It has this Aurora color, which is reminiscent of the Northern Lights. I particularly do like it. I like the purples and the greens. I do like that. We have this sort of gunmetal grey metal camera guard as well, which is nice. It goes well with the dark phone. And then because this is the ultra thin case, there's no buttons on this case, so the buttons are exposed, but they're easily accessible, which is what you want to see. And then on the bottom then we have a cutout for the USB-C. You can clearly get access to the microphone, the speaker and the S Pen. I will say now, I have previously reviewed the Pataka case. The S Pen cutout is a little bit better on this case than it is on the Pataka case, if I'm being honest. And then we have our cutout at the top for our microphone. And then we have these little slits, but that's to give you a little bit of flex to get the case on and off. That's pretty normal. So yeah, very nice case. And similar to the Pataka case, this woven pattern does have a little bit of a texture to it. So if you can hear, that's just running my nail over it. So it gives you an idea of the texture that's on the case. So it does make it a little bit more grippy than, say, just a smooth case, which is what you want to see, really. You don't want it to easily fall out your hand. So we'll just try the fitment of this case then. So we'll just take the corners, we'll give it a twist, and the phone is not moving there at all. It's not going to easily pop out. And if we just go to the corners and we give it a push, it does come up at one side where it makes it easier to get it off where the buttons are, but it doesn't. You see where you have to click that? See where it clicks? So it gives you a good solid, there, see that? You see where it's clicking at the corners? So it gives you that click to let you know that it's on there, so you've got a good firm hold of your phone. That is what you want to see. Screen lip then, so this is a very minimal case. You don't get much in the way of lift off protection. It is very, very lightly lifted at each corner here, but it's very, very minimal. So if you set it down flat, you're going to get the very bare basics of lift up protection, but that's what this case is about. It's thin, it's minimal. It's not about protection. It is a good metal camera guard. The lenses don't protrude out of it, so if you do set it down flat, those lenses aren't going to get roughed up. That's what you want to see. As I mentioned previously, it is an armored material, so it is going to be a bit fingerprinty. If you use a microfiber cloth, they'll just wipe off fine. It's not a problem. But with this woven texture, it does make it a little bit more grippy, and that's nice. You can hear that. that does make a difference. If you are into the thin minimal cases, this is another fantastic looking case in a really nice colorway. And yeah, it will do the job nicely. It is a MagSafe case, so we can do a MagSafe test. So we'll just pop this on. If we just look, this is a circular MagSafe head, and it just cuts off there at the bottom of the camera lens here. So again, if you are going to use square accessories, it is going to overlap the bottom of that camera lens. Just a heads up. So yep, look at that, perfect. Benks' magnets have always been on point. This is no different. It is perfection. So I didn't expect any less. I haven't had a bad Benks case yet with MagSafe. Yeah, like I say, if you are looking for an ultra thin case, this Aurora colorway is really good. As always, I will leave you, if there is other color versions of this, I'll leave you links to them in the description down below as well. But next up is this Armor Pro. Right, this is these are my types of cases. I prefer a full bumper case. That's just me. So let's try these out. So we have the 600D Armored, which is very nice, and we also have then the Montage, which is literally a mixture of all the Armored patterns. We have a 1500D, we have a 600D, we have these other types here as well, which are very nice. Very nice. The main differences with these two is this one has a grey metallic camera guard, and the Montage has a black one. We're going to put the Montage on because reasons. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That is beautiful. I've seen a lot of feedback from people saying about the body shape of the S25 Ultra. I really like it. It's still square and boxy, but those rounded corners, especially just with these types of cases, these cases are stunning. Absolutely stunning. So like I said, this is a full bumper case. This does have like a rubbery texture on this bumper to give you a little bit of grip. It is a little bit slippery now, but the more you use it, the more it will get grippy. So that's good to see. Now the buttons are the same material as the bumper. Would I like to have seen these metal? Yes, it would, but I think Benks have changed these out from metal buttons to stop them rattling. And to be honest, I would prefer the feel of a metal button and have a little bit of a rattle than have just plastic, to be honest. But that's just me. We can check them. Yep. Clicky, tactile, responsive. That's really good. They're not firm, they're not stiff, they just perfect amount of click. Of course, then we have our USB-C cutout, or you can clearly see the microphone there, the speaker cutout, and the S Pen. And again, S Pen is easily accessible there as well. I'm glad to see that. All the way around, it is a full bumper case. We have a cutout here for the microphone at the top as well. Perfect. Really nice case. I love this thing. So fitment test then. So we just take the corners, we'll give it a twist, and it is secure in there. The phone is not easily lifting at those corners. That is what you want to see. And then if we go to remove it, it takes a good amount of force to get that off. That's what you want to see, and you can hear that click. That click lets you know that that phone is secure, so that's really good. There is a good screen lip on this case. As you can see, it's consistent all the way around. It gives you a decent lift up protection there while still being a thin minimal case. That's what you want to see. Set that down flat, it's not going to rough up that display. That's what you want. And of course then we have that black metal camera guard. The lenses don't protrude out, and it will give you lift up protection if you set that phone down flat. That's what you want to see. The way this case feels, those bumpers with this sort of rubbery texture, the more you use this, it will feel more grippy. And then we do have that smooth armored fiber. So yes, it is smooth, and it has less of a texture than what the Armor Air would have because it's a woven pattern, whereas this is just sort of smoother. So on the back, it's not going to give you that much grip, but the sides are pretty decent. And it is a MagSafe case, so we can do a MagSafe test. So as you can see there, we have the circular MagSafe ring on the bottom lens there, so there's plenty of space there on that one, which is good to see. We'll just try the MagSafe strength, and yeah, perfect. That's what you want to see. Good MagSafe strength. It can take the full weight of the phone. It can take the full weight of the stand. That's what you want to see. Absolutely perfect. I highly would recommend this case. That Montage is absolutely beautiful, especially with that dark phone. It's lovely. Really is. And for completeness, we will just pop on the 600D, just to give you a different flavour. And there we go. So again, the dark phone, that camera guard does go pretty well. We've got the same buttons, good, clicky, tactile. That's what you want. Same material bumper, all the way around coverage, and that lovely 600D pattern. So if you just like that clean 600D, yeah, it's definitely a must-have. I would definitely recommend that. What do you guys think of these cases from Benks? Let me know in the comments down below. I would highly recommend picking up all of these. If you like the ultra thin, or if you prefer the more pro case, I would recommend both of these. They are great. As always, I will leave you affiliate links in the description down below. Affiliate links help support the channel. They don't cost you guys any more money. So if you pick up using any of my links, thanks for your support. Much appreciated. And that'll be wraps it up for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, smash that like button for me. Don't forget to click that subscribe and ring that little bell to be notified of new videos just like this one. Keep locked to the channel. I have a lot more S25 Ultra content coming, more accessories, cases, and who knows what else. So if that is your cup of tea, stay tuned. And of course, until the next one, I'll catch you later.